Hi you guys, so today we're going to be setting up my Moterm for the month of February. This is actually a Moterm cover for an A5, which is technically a little bit smaller in width, but height wise it's fine. So I did cut down all of my inserts to fit a half letter, so it fits in here quite comfortably. I know that Moterm on Amazon only carries the A5 for the Hobonichi, but if you actually go on the AliExpress website, you can get the actual half letter, which I think would probably give you a little bit more space with width wise. So that is a mouthful. So we're going to set this up. I am going to actually dismantle this whole thing. I did order some more discs on AliExpress and they came like this. So I will try to remember to link these down in the description if anyone is interested. So let's start setting it up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually dismantle this. So I'm just going to put this to the side for now, and then I can put it back in there when I am done. So the first thing you want to do, if you're not used to using disc bound, is you're just going to take all your discs. So for half letter, you use 8 discs. You do get 11 in here. So if you need to do even a classic size even the large, so 3, hold on, let me 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you could do the full Happy Planner with, I believe that's 11, and then the Happy Planner Classic is 9. So you do have enough in here to do any one of those. So you will be left with 3 when you're doing this size. So this size is, I believe it's 28 millimeters, which is like a 1.1 inch, just a little over an inch, because I know the Happy Planner is like I believe it's 2.5. So that is a little too big to use in this half letter setup. So I am just going to start dismantling this. I'm just going to grab the front and back. So these are Dollar Tree chopping mats that I cut down to use for my front and back cover. So you could either use it on the frosted side like this, or you could have it at the back using it for the clear side. So you could pick whichever one you use. I like the frosted because it doesn't show sort of the wear and tear as quickly. And then I just usually put on the discs at the same time for the front and back. And I wanted to move to something a little neutral. I normally do like gold rings. I love gold, but I thought, you know what? Let me just, for the rest of winter, maybe use some black discs, see how I like it. So I'm just going to grab from both sides. So what I'll do is what I'm using from here will come from this side. And then I do have this here for all the pieces that are going in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually take out my front page, which I am keeping. We are still here in winter. So if you've seen, I posted on, if you've seen on my Instagram, I did post the winter storm we had. We ended up with 70 centimeters. Like, that's crazy. So at first they had estimated 60 centimeters, but we ended up with 70. And yeah, it's been pretty crappy weather for the last like little bit. So it's super cold and dreary. So I'm actually going to be making some changes in terms of my setup. So the first, dashboard, and all of these things I do make myself. I print myself, and they are available in my shop, link down below. So I'm going to use this first one, and I actually reprinted these. So if you buy it, initially I had just put whatever you wanted inside, but I think it's better if I just print these off for you, or if you have a label maker, then you can change them up as you feel. That way you're not worried about, you know, not being able to use this maybe for a different section or removing a section. So the first section is not going to be finances anymore. I'm actually going to be putting YouTube there. So I'm just going to cut this down and put this on top. So let me know, like, down below what you're using for your lineup, your planner lineup this year, because I have been watching a lot of like planner videos and seeing what everyone's using. Some are back in Happy Planner and some are using, you know, half letter. And I'm seeing actually a lot of, what size is it? A6 So I would be curious to see what everyone is using right now. So I'm just going to put this here and line it up in the middle. And now YouTube will be my first section in here. And then I'm going to actually stick in this thing that says Lady Boss in front. And then behind it will be this dashboard here. And it just says, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So that's going to go here. And I will do a flip through so you guys can see everything together. And then I do make my own inserts as well. As I said, these are downloadable in my shop, but they have already been dated. So the first one is subject layout. So I'm just going to pop these in and then I can show you what the subject layout looks like. So this is your subject layout. So as you can see, you have your month at the front. So I just dated it here. Then you would have your calendar here. And then next would be 4 subjects, which is working for me right now. So I'm going to jump here and go into my subject. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to put 2 months in here. So I'm just going to leave this here, but just to kind of see what a spread would look like this is what it looks like now that it's decorated for the last week of January. So I'm just going to actually leave all of these out for now, and then I will get to it. So I lie. YouTube is actually not using the subject layout. I wanted, it wasn't this layout, so excuse that. It was actually this layout here, which has been working in terms of like a check it off, but I'll show you what I was using before. So for YouTube, let's jump into here. So YouTube was back here. YouTube, I was using, let's see. I think I mixed them all up in here. So excuse my unorganized, trying to figure out where everything is. So YouTube, I was using this layout here, which is like a check it off list. So I'm now changing it to just 4 boxes. And then I just ended up editing this down and adding some check it off. So I'm hoping this will work. I'll see how it goes, because you see here the differences. I have the check it off here, but then I do have some notes to kind of carry on whatever I needed to. But what I think I want to do is actually put just like one of the skinny mini check it off like lists and put them in here, and that way I can carry it over from week to week. Because if I leave it here, it's kind of stuck this week, and then I got to rewrite everything. So to kind of save that time, things that I didn't get to get filmed, things that I want to carry over to a next month, I can just do that without rewriting everything. So that is a layout for YouTube and planning out sort of social media here. And then next is this dashboard. So this one is going to be for my business section. So business does encompass all of the things I use for like the website and stuff like that. And I feel like this one was for a different one. So now I can put this in. So this is the one that I'm using, as I just showed you guys. This is the category or subject layout. And I'm going to be using this for everything sort of business, website, Instagram, social media, that kind of stuff that goes with running a small business. Online business will go all in here for the subject layout. So next is going to be, and lastly is, so I'm just going to take this off. So this now, so business I do have there, so I could probably just leave that one there. And then lastly, this will be my finance section. So where did that go? Right here. So let's put this finances tab on, and that way I know exactly what I am putting in here because that confused me for a hot minute. And that's the thing when you're like setting up your planners, like it is like a full process. You got to think about how you want to see things in here, you know, what layouts are going to work best for you. And I like that I create my own inserts because I just will go back and sort of, you know, rework what I am using to make it work a lot more efficiently for myself. So I am going to add, I think I was going to add this one here. And so for finances, I'm going to add this dashboard here. And this one just says, be nice to yourself. And then what changes I've made is weekly, I normally do my spread in like, I'll show you here. This is typically how I am tracking my weekly spending, but I think I'm going to try doing it just on the calendar so I can see everything all at once and see how this works for the month of February. If I don't like it, then I'll go back to doing it on a 1 week spread like this, because I do like being able to use my, but then I want to see my no spends. So that will be interesting to see how it looks on just a monthly. And then what I did was at the back, I ended up just putting what I'm going to be saving going into my cash envelopes. Like week 1, I'll put the date, and then week 2, and then week 3, week 4, and then my SynQ funds and my saving challenges. Then that way I know what is going into each category. So another thing I will add here is going to be my budget section. And I think I will use this one here. And so this is my January budget. And then February and so on here. And then I just have my business expense tracker here. All the things that I am purchasing for the business goes in there. And then I do have like a YouTube income tracker. And then this is business things that I need to like print out, stuff like that. So I think I will leave that in for January. That way I can just use that for that. And I think that's it. So let's take out this tracker. And this is tracking, going to be now my calendar. So I'm wondering if I need this in here. Or maybe I could just put it in front. And then what else? Is that everything that needs to go in here? I think at the back, let's put all of these things in. So I have my passwords here. And then I do have another section that I am using to brainstorm. And I did my 2022 goals video, so you guys can check that out as well. And I just keep this little envelopes back here. And I'm going to take out that charm for now. Just put this in. And I just have some like family photos and stuff in here. And I think I'm going to take off this back page too. And then this is my weekly. And this is exactly what I was talking about. So these little half letter inserts I can put in there, carry it to my next week, like for social media, and I am good to go. So let's put this in the first week for my business. And then I was right the first time. My business section, and then for YouTube, put this in for the first week. And I think that's it. I am good for, and normally I'll just do this and rotate my disc because as you can see, it doesn't churn very well until you kind of rotate your disc. And then just do that with it. And then now I have in all my tabs. I think I'm good. I think I will leave this in here. I'm still working in this for January, so I'm going to leave that there. And then I will maybe pull out some, as you can see, I'm kind of at my, so what I did this month was actually I purchased 28-pound paper, which 28 is a little lighter than what I'm using. So I normally was using 32. So I'm just trying it. The thickness seems okay so far. We'll see how it goes in terms of writing in it. I usually typically don't use anything like Sharpies and stuff because they do go right through. So let's put this, maybe I could put that one at the back actually, instead of this one. And then I'm going to slide this back in here and then do a flip through so you guys can see what it looks like once it's all together. And I think I want to change that bow. So let's change this bow too. So here is my box of bows. Which bow do I want to use? I think let's do red or black. I think I'm going to do the red this time. Let's do that. Alrighty. Okay, so let's do a flip of this. That way you can get a full picture of what I am using and all the different layouts. So for the month of February, I redid where I want all my inserts to go. So you go in and you'll have your yearly calendar. Next, I just have this dashboard here. It just says, affirmed, worthy, loved, cared for. And I thought that was pretty cool. For YouTube, I am using now this 4 boxes on one page. And then it has a check it off style. And then next you go into my business section. So the business section now has this dashboard and then your calendar. And then it has your subject layout. So this is working. And then when you go into finances, you have this dashboard here. And then I have my month. So I have my tracking, my weekly tracking now is here. So this will be everything I track for the month of February in terms of spending. And then my budget is here. So I just have a few months of my budget. I probably could take out October, November of last year. And then you'll have my budget here. And so now we're in January and going into February. And then you have all of my business expenses here. And then next is going to be all my passwords. And then you have here just some sort of brain dump notes here. And then my 2022 goals and a few envelopes and folders and some pictures and just this last little dashboard back here. So that is now my new Moterm setup. I probably could take this out because I don't really even use this pen in here. I think it's just there more for decor. So that is it. As you can see, it fits quite comfortably. So it is snug, as you can see there, but I like it this way, nice and chunky, good to go. So that is everything for my February setup. If you have any questions or if you want to look for these particular inserts, they are downloadables on my website, which everything is linked down below. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a fabulous week. I will see you guys in another video. Bye.